surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Todd, it's a pleasure and an honor to be here at this venue. It's going to be something special.
Thousands of fans here in attendance tonight, but when the bell rings, there will only be two that we're talking about. We waited a long time, and now we've got this fight. They have no respect for each other's punching power. The jab doesn't quite connect. This counter-puncher is going to wait for you to move first, and then will strike like a snake. Keep an eye on this guy.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
No rest for the weary. Both men step back for just a moment. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
This fighter's completely content to sit back and let you make the first move. That's where they thrive.
You're fighting a counter-puncher, you've got to dummy a shot. Make them react from that, then react then. I know it's hard to think that way, but counter-punchers, they're watching you every move, that every twitch.
The bravery being shown here is just incredible. Good counter-punching. Talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but
back into the fight.
There's the bell for round two. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Jab not finding its target. He's dropped the guard now. What do you think of that decision? And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Stevens.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Well, with welterweights, they sometimes bring you the best of both worlds. Fast hands and power.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself down trying to get that shot, and that's when he catch you.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. The straight right just misses. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Crawford in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, here we go in round three. Who's going to land the first big shot? They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You've heard the phrase, finding a second wind. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Crawford just got rocked. How are they still standing?
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
We're at the halfway point of this round, and both of these fighters have had their moments. Still could go either way.
They're so close, so pumped. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
The straight right just misses. So much for boxing. This is a fight. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who... There's the bell for round 4. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
These two fighters are made for one another. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Crawford is dazed. How did they survive that?
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What did they do? What did they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. His stamina is off the charts. So much firepower here. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Well, he is in big trouble here. He may have been safe. And there's the bell for round 5. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him. Tie him up just until your head clears.
Whoa, Johnny! Crawford's legs are all over the place. And it appears they weathered the storm. How? I'm not sure.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Lucky that hook didn't score. You don't see a lot of welterweights that can bring you one-punch KO power, but these two can.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You can hit them with a sledgehammer. They are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter shot. The straight right just misses. It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers. Whoa, wait a minute! Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next one. Let's start the sixth. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Throwing the hook, but it doesn't score. Defense is not an option for these two. There's been a significant aggression difference in this fight, Johnny. What do you see?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to...
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Crawford in trouble. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Perfect counter lands. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Talk about Crawford in that last round. I promise you, all three judges. Here we go. It's round 7. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Can't land the jab there. Can't find a home for that jab. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Every time he throws a punch. What an upset here as Alvarez goes down. One punch did the trick. Let's see it again in slow motion.
Even I've got to see that again. Where did that come from?
So they're back on their feet, but let's see how much they have left in the tank.
Some fighters, when this happens, this can be heartbreaking. Some fighters, it makes them angry. They want to get back into the mix again. I want to know, what sort of character are we looking at here?
They've got to pick things up halfway through the round here.
There's a lot of work to do, and you know what? It's hard to pull back. Don't get into the habit of losing. Don't get into the habit of being second place. You've got to change the habit. You've got to change something, because otherwise, why should it change?
Perfect counter lands. Final 10 seconds here, and I think he knows who's won this round. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. So it's plan B.
Same again.
Round 8, and we're off again. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
Oh, listen to me. If I knock somebody down like that round, you know this round coming out? He's getting everything, full barrel, because I know his legs are gone. So this, you watch what's going to happen. If he doesn't, I'll be very, very surprised.
We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Good idea, but misses with the left hook. These two are the perfect dance partners.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Nice counter. We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. They've avoided catastrophe there.
Green Days now needs to...
Crawford got hit hard and down he goes. How about that technique on that headshot? Let's see it again and appreciate it more.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
Total domination with 10 seconds to go. Crawford may be ready to go down. Let's talk about Crawford in that last round. It's not over. Let's see how much fatigue we see here in round 9. He got knocked down in the last round. Let's see what he can do here.
What a knockdown. 1 minute. You need 1 hour to get over a shot like that. Now it's down to conditioning. Now it's down to mental strength and preparation. It's how you are going to deal with this.
Whoa, Johnny, take a look at this action. Crawford's legs are all over the place. Looks like they've shaken it off.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed back on it. Like it never happened.
Perfect counter shot. Nice slip to avoid the jab. One punch could change everything in this battle. Both fighters landing in these exchanges. Judge is going to have a tough job.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill. Tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Good counter punching. In the early rounds of a fight, you'll see two boxers feel each other out, test each other's power, and I think this boxer has decided I can walk through anything that lands.
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything.
Big shot, and Alvarez is on the canvas. It looked great live. How will it look again on slow motion replay?
Where did that come from? What a shot.
Talk about Alvarez in that last round. What a huge momentum swing that's going to... There's the bell for round 10. His eyes look pretty clear here, Johnny. How do you think he's going to do after being knocked down in the last round?
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Here he is bouncing on his toes, trying to get some energy. He needs to be careful not to punch himself out. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight with fire. Use brain over brawn.
A lot of effort being exerted here. Just missed with that hook. This round could go either way. 10 seconds. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, my word. Canelo just got clipped. Talk about Alvarez in that last round. We'll see how much endurance these... Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. They let it all hang out in the last round. What do they got left?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than them. You've got to be like a little faggot and pickpocket them.
Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Canelo in serious jeopardy here, going to the canvas. The pound-for-pound king, Canelo, is down. Let's see that again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Clearly, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
Good, look at his corner, look at the instructions. They're telling him to calm down, make the most of the count, get up, breathe, and move. Get behind the referee, save yourself a bit of time. You just need to make your way back to the corner. Somehow get to the end of the round.
Every time they drop their guard, not the best of rounds with 10 seconds to go. How about Alvarez in that last round? Boy, this next round is going to be... And there's the bell to start round 12. He couldn't finish him off in the last round. Let's see what this has in store for us.
What a heavy knockdown. How are they going to come back from that? They staggered back to the corner. They've got to freshen them up, alert them again, get them back on point again. This round, they've got to coast around. Don't get involved. Give yourself another 3 minutes to get your head clear.
The fighter's vision is paramount, and the referee may stop it here. The referee determines that we're good, and we will continue to fight. The straight right just misses. Straight right just misses. Pretty close fight here in this round.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Canelo Alvarez just got rocked in a big way. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
We've never seen Canelo in this sort of trouble. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. What a dominant performance, and it shows up on the judges' scorecards as a unanimous decision victory.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.